guys, what's up? It's Missy, and we are back. I actually recorded this video twice now, and both times my audio was totally messed up, so third time's a charm. So today I want to talk a little bit about why I chose the CB750 Hornet as my upgrade from my Honda Rebel 500. Now in my last video, as you guys saw, I have bought a new bike. I have the Honda CB750 Hornet, and I have sold my 2017 Honda Rebel 500, which was my very first street motorcycle and the bike that I learned how to ride on. The one thing I didn't really do in that video was explain why I chose this CB750 Hornet. So let's talk about it. First, I'll start off by saying I had no idea that I wanted the CB750. I actually had a spreadsheet of a bunch of different bikes that I wanted, and I was comparing the CC, the styling, the price, the horsepower, the seat height. I was comparing a lot of different stuff. And honestly, this bike wasn't on that list at all, but that's only because when I made that spreadsheet, this bike hadn't even been announced yet. The next thing I'll say is that when I made that spreadsheet, I was actually a certified naked bike hater. I was convinced that I did not want a naked bike. I actually wanted a sport bike or a full fairing bike. And it wasn't until I saw the reveal video about this bike, or the announcement that this bike was coming to the US, that I quickly made the determination that this was going to be my next bike. The very first video I saw about this bike came from Life of Birch here on YouTube. He is somebody that I've been watching for quite some time now, and a lot of his content is about Rebels, but he has some other bikes that he has in his stable, and he's obviously done some other videos that were not Rebel related. But that's how I found him, was because of his Rebel content. The instant I saw his video, I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that the CB750 was gonna be my next bike after the Honda Rebel. It honestly checked all of the boxes that I was looking for in a bike. I wanted something that had more horsepower, torque, and higher CCs than the Rebel. The Rebel is a 471cc, I think 47 horsepower bike. And it was the perfect bike for me. I absolutely loved it. I'm so glad that that was my first bike, and I have zero regrets. This bike has 755cc, and I think it has about 80 horsepower, but I know that you can tune them to have more. This is just a bone stock bike right now. Another big thing is obviously seat height. I am a shorter rider and would prefer to have a shorter bike, even though I knew any bike that I get that was not the Rebel, I would tiptoe on, which I was accepting. But I definitely wanted something that I can still comfortably put a foot down without having to physically lower the bike. And the Hornet here has a 31.3-inch seat height, which, for those of you that don't know, I am 5 feet tall and I have a 28-inch inseam. So I am what most people refer to as short. Now, any chance that I got to go to a dealership and sit on the Hornet, I took full advantage of. I probably sat on this bike no less than 5 or 6 times before I purchased it. And I have kind of always been an impulse buyer, and I didn't want this to be an impulse buy, so I waited quite a while until I purchased this bike. But I now have 775 miles on this bike. I've owned it for just over a month, and I am so in love. I made probably the best decision ever. Now the bike is definitely taller than the Rebel, and I would say the first couple of rides it did take me a little bit of like extra brain power to think about my foot position and putting a foot down when I come to a stop, but I do plan on making an entirely separate video about that. It's amazing to me how fast people drive in California. Like, I'm not gonna say anything, but you can see with your own eyeballs. Yeah, there's the speed limit. Just saying. Another reason why I chose the Hornet is, let's face it, I just love Honda. Believe it or not, I have owned 4 motorcycles, and 3 of them have been Honda, including this bike. I just love the reliability that comes with the bike, and the price point is amazing for what you get. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me, and like I said, I love this bike. I have been riding it so much, as much as I can, even though the weather has been not the greatest here in California lately. And I just love the way this bike sounds. And granted, I could probably make it sound a lot better. This is like bone stock. I have not done one single thing to this bike besides adjust the preload, and I added a windscreen. That's it. Now, if you notice, the only thing about this bike, it's a little quirky, and I don't know if it's this bike or if it's just like a thing in general, but the quick shifter can be a little bit finicky. It doesn't like to go from first to second, so I usually just manually shift from first to second, and then I'll use the quick shifter the rest of the way. Or if I'm like cruising low RPM like this and I want to shift up, I'll use the clutch lever. Otherwise, I love the quick shifter. That thing is so awesome. But I mean, that's kind of about it, guys. It's very, very simple decision for me. But I know quite a few people have asked, like, why the CB750 Hornet and not like an MT-07 or even a GSX 8S or 8R. And to be 100% honest with you, a lot of it just comes down to that Honda reliability. But I think that's where I'm gonna end the video today. Not a very, very long video, but I just wanted to get kind of the point across, because there have been a couple people asking, but I just can't get over this bike. I love it so much. And if there's any specific videos that you want to see on the bike or about me and the bike and anything at all, just let me know. Tell me in the comments down below. Let me know if there's anything specific you want me to touch on in a video, and I'd be more than happy to. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to see more motorcycle content. And I'll go ahead and catch you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!